I'm ready to begin
All
when everyone
right.
else is.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is Ebon Sales Exalted, Season 1, Episode 19, The Death of Cyril.
Wait, what? That's
Okay,
not what I said.
The actual title is Peace Returns.
Does it though?
I don't
He
know,
has a
does
point.
it? As always, we are going to start off with introductions, starting with Kerr.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kerr. I'm the DM. I'm the one who does happy fun times for everyone.
No,
And
you are the
watch all-
storyteller.
Same thing. I am the
Legally,
one
it
who
is not the same.
does... I am
Legally,
the
you
storyteller.
cannot call yourself DM.
Why is that
Unless
even
you're running
a
a
thing?
D&D game, is that right?
Yeah.
Unless you're running an actual D&D game, it is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast and only applied to people running specifically D&D.
I am the storyteller for this game. And I get to watch all of my hard made plans burn. But
they're
it's
not that
it's
hard.
fun. Everyone gets to enjoy it, except me.
That sounds depressing. Try again.
I will pass it over to my players. Oh, I just remembered and recalled. This is important. They get to meet Domino, possibly.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Jaffa says, "Hello, I'm Jaffa. Breaker of K, breaker of game systems. Just breaker of everything."
Well, you did that a little early there, Jaffer. It's supposed to go to, Guaco first.
It's fine.
I am Toshime. I am playing Guaco Pelps. And I may keep telling myself that I'm a dragon-blooded, but I'm really a solar.
You're totally a solar. I mean dragon blood. Totally.
I am Zim, and I am playing Nevis, King of Conquerors, a Marten beastfolk, lunar exalted.
Oh, darling, you really need to come by for tea sometime. It will be simply perfect seeing you there.
Nobody said that word.
Oh, but darling, I was watching. I simply...
Get out of
You have
here.
someone... No, you have somebody new. They simply need to meet me.
It is Sark's turn. Go, back in the corner.
Do I get to go perfectly?
As perfectly as you can without being part of Twitch chat.
Acceptable, darling.
Sark?
The name's Sark. Or Karama, or whichever you want.
Why are you so quiet?
Good question.
I don't really know, but ain't much
you
about me. I'm a wolf beastman, and I'm an infernal.
Initiating greeting. I am the Fox Bard, and I am going to be playing Cyril, the alchemical exalted robot boy. Yeah, this is the last stream I'll be in with him, but hopefully it'll be a good one.
Don't leave us.
I have a job that's on third shift. I'm not gonna. I would literally, I would have had to have been at work 11 minutes ago on a normal work day.
Fuck the work.
You gonna pay me? You gonna house me? You gonna feed me?
You don't need to go to work. You don't
I
need
do.
those things.
I do. If I want internet to play games.
That sounds like a you problem.
It is a me
Work.
problem, and work is the solution.
Darling, I think you're taking this whole work thing far too seriously. Perhaps
I
you
think
might.
you're taking this no money thing not seriously enough.
Darling, that is why you find someone who's filthy rich, darling, and seduce them. Or whatever it is you mortals use.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need someone filthy rich.
And just find them.
Okay, just fine. Okay, you want to help me?
I mean, you are a fox, aren't you? Use that.
Yeah. Listen. I've been on the internet for a bit. I haven't found one yet.
Honestly, darling.
Maybe open up the foxhole, and usually
But-
that works.
Oh,
Anyway.
okay. I should start an OnlyFans, is what you're saying.
But anyway, let's get to the most important thing, darlings. Hello, everyone, my lovely audience, who of course comes from me. I am Domino, your secondary host, the one and only most perfect werewolf in all the land. You can hold your applause. But it is so delightful to see you all again. It warms my heart that each and every one of you turned out here for me. But yes. Go ahead, Nevis. You can go do the recap. I will sit over here and bask in the adoration of my
Well-
followers.
Right. We do need a intro from you, Jaffer. You know, you are Jaffer. You're playing murder. You know. So use one of your cards, please, for that.
And yes, Zeppy, we do have an infernal.
We also have Arzadeu, who is going to be joining. I'm just kind of filling the air while we wait for Jaffer with his card. But Arzadeu is going to be taking over for Cyril. Well, he's going to be replacing Cyril.
Jaffa says, "Hello, I'm Daddy Jaffa. I play murder. I break everything I touch, it seems."
You don't break... At least not in a bad way.
Everything I touch dies. Oh, Dinkelberg, how would you like to come over here and give my wife a congratulatory handshake?
But yeah,
Dinkelberg.
Arzi is another streamer who is going to be joining our group of Exalted. And, well, you will have to see more from him either later this session or next week, depending on what happens. For now, we will do remember to check out the description down below where you can find our link tree, which has links to our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, and so much more. Now, we'll go ahead and turn over the recap to Cyril because he's going to be leaving.
All right, so last time on
I said
Exalted.
Cyril. Not Moriarty.
Yeah.
If I wanted Moriarty,
sorry,
I'd expect
I-
singing.
I was gonna say I didn't think I was doing a song and dance. Goddamn.
Exactly, so Cyril.
Recitation. During our previous word blank head stupid. During our previous excursions, we were set upon by an enemy who was on a ship, and I tried to hit them mercilessly.
Yes, you did.
And that's all that happened that was of any importance.
If I do recall, someone's head did literally roll, but I might be, I might be wrong on that one.
I do think I left early, so I'm really blanking on all the other details, honestly. I just know I was trying to punch a guy, and I wasn't there for everything else that happened because I was still trying to punch the guy when you guys left.
Well, in that case, then yeah, that's all that happened.
Well, now we'll
Excellent.
turn it over to Sark for the recap from after the punching thing.
So, turns out humans, under the control of a heart eater, don't know how to negotiate. I got tired of hearing them talk, so I forcibly separated their head from their shoulders.
Oh. Brutal.
And then we teamed up with the Beastmen to go and, well, kill the rest of the humans. Turns out someone had meticulously burned down the Beastmen food supplies. Don't know who that could have been. Could have been anyone. That's where we're at. Supposedly there's going to be some battle as well. I don't really know.
Well, I think that's good enough. Kurt? Entertain us.
Hey, don't get me involved here with your little spat with Domino. I am not getting involved with that.
Hey, it's not my fault that you keep letting him out of the closet.
I have no control over him, and you know that.
Ah, fun.
Am I gonna have to deal with him tomorrow as well?
I can not confirm nor deny such heinous allegations.
Right.
Everything is fine.
Anyways,
yes.
carry on.
And so here we have our intrepid heroes having returned to the city victorious once more. And the best part is you've negotiated a truce and peace with the beastfolk army, and basically are just literally waiting for the contract to be brought out to be signed. Basically just like, yeah, they're already going to be pulling out, but they're just like doing this for agreements, like just to have the record straight and everything. Everything above board, so to speak, so no one can just betray the other one, that kind of thing.
Did Sark manage to put the head on the spike and put it in front of the mercenary base?
Yes, you would have.
Right.
Sark, you would have noticed when you were doing that they are basically moving in a panic, basically packing all of their shit up and trying to get the fuck out of there as fast as they possibly can.
Got it.
They are trying to book it. They are trying to get the hell out as fast as possible. But yes, Nevis, according to your scouts, it seems both armies are getting ready to flee at the moment. Or, well, the beastfolk is less fleeing and more just like getting set to leave, and the mercenary army is in like full-on panic retreat and running away with the tail between their legs.
The mercenaries are?
You know at least where one of their bases are. You don't know where their full camp is, though.
No, the ones that are running. That's the mercenaries.
Yes.
All right.
And the beastfolk are basically just getting ready to leave. But theirs is a much more just like normal withdrawal, like what you would expect of an army this size. this is basically just normal. They're not like rushing it, running. There's no panic. There's just like, okay, we need to go. Come on, military efficiency here.
Whereas the mercenaries are in more of a full collapse.
Yeah, there's no real, like, there is some leadership controlling it, but the sort of like, think of a Hydra, the main head was cut off, and the rest of it's just kind of trying to make do at the moment.
It was cut off and set for all the other heads to see.
Yep, and it's not doing well. It is not compensating at all. Because as far as they know, both armies have basically said they're going to wipe them out. And they know that they can't take on both armies at the same time. So they're just trying to get out as fast as they can before they die. And they are probably going to leave behind stuff.
So are they fleeing the island, or?
Yes. It looks like they're trying to get packed up and get to ships to get out. They're going to head right back to the main force. Basically, this would give you a direct sight of where the other army is going to be at. You have an idea of where it is. This will basically just confirm that.
For the rest of the mercenaries?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I suppose the only thing we can really do here is follow them. Actually, instead of actually following them, Grabirius.
Yes?
Could you leave some of your crabs on their ships to report back their location to us? Instead of chasing them, I'd rather go at our own pace.
Yes, I can do that. That's not a problem.
Excellent, thank you. Because he also doesn't really want to leave these people. Even though we made the deal, doesn't mean that the beastfolk might not, turn around as soon as we leave and come back. I would also
Good.
I would also request that some of your crabs be positioned throughout the edges of this island, and make sure that no one sets foot here without us knowing it.
You can do that. Is there anything else you require, sir?
I believe that would be it. Thank you.
He'll nod and begin to go to get the to get all of his crabs sent out.
It is good to be the king. Especially when your subjects include both crabs and people.
I feel like this requires something here.
Alright, insert crab rave.
Very well, very well. Oh god, my PC did not like that. I really need to close some of my tabs.
How many tabs do you have open, sir?
Too many.
Honestly, people in there are 15,000
Ronda scores in us
tabs
dancing with the crabs.
It's not crab rave, but it's still good.
Yeah. Kriberius is actually a god of crabs. He is a little crab. He is a little crab god.
So does Icewind know that I decapitated the enemy?
No one's told her yet. Oh yeah, no, she was there. Yes, she's well aware.
Okay, because she called me kind of a useless drunk, and I kind of wanted to show her up and tell her that no, I'm not useless. I'm just violent.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, she very much approved of your actions. She very much, and like once you guys made it back, she privately would have apologized to you for that.
All right, cool.
Cyril is. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that guy I'm looking for, was he a part of the mercenary camp that's leaving?
He is part of the beastfolk army, but not this specific army. He's in Mahasuchi's forces, though.
Because wait, there's Swiftpaw, which I persuaded.
Yes.
And then there's the other one that's in Mahasuchi's army.
Yes. Him and the rest are with Mahasuchi.
All right.
They were not part of this specific force, though.
So then, what was the mercenary I was coming to get?
Oh no, you thought he was with the mercenaries here. It turns out he's with Mahasuchi.
Ah, okay. So the mercenary I was coming to get was not here at all.
Yes.
Cool.
You had false information.
God.
But now you know where he actually is.
Well, I suppose Sark and Nevis are headed back to the port.
Yes, you guys would have made it back. Ooh, sorry.
None of that! It is illegal. Those
Yes,
are
you guys would have.
contagious.
What? Is a nap calling me now? Must I go sleep?
No. See what you started, Kerr?
I'm sorry.
See what you started?
Lovely. You're welcome for the tangent.
But yes, you guys would have been able to make it back to the city okay.
Exactly, Zeppy Boo. How dare you have body responses on my stream? So unprofessional.
Glocko, you soon get news that your sister has returned.
Oh boy, and they'll get news of Pelps being here.
Yes.
Because need to send a message out to them to let them know who's here.
Yes. Yes. Mm. Yes. Yes. Oh God, yes.
Yep, having a messenger send a note saying Mr. Stick in the Mud is here.
Who's Mr. Stick in the Mud?
So, Nevis, you guys are just getting back into town when it's not one of your messengers, it's one of Icewind's messengers who comes with a message to her. He hands her the note before quickly, like, the moment he gives her the note, he turns and fucking bolts as fast as he fucking can.
Kurt, Arzi does
Yes?
have a question of how tall the Dragon Kings are, normally.
Please
Dragon
don't
Kings.
disturb me while I plot to overthrow you.
Dragon Kings depend usually between 4 feet to 7 feet. It depends on which breed they are.
Alrighty then. Other question: is there any specific information site I can use, or book or paper to use for information?
They do have a book, but I don't think it's available for free. The picture that I shared with you on the Discord, basically that is not necessarily their color scheme, but that's the general look for them, depending on which breed you want.
So which breed are you thinking of going?
I can give you their name.
Precisely, and is it specific of what breed aligns with which element, or just whatever?
It's specifically which breed aligns usually with which element, but you are a special case, so you do not have to be.
Noted. Okay.
Again, you're a special case. You are not a natural Dragon King, so normal rules need not apply.
Here's one of the old books, The Scroll of Fallen Races.
That's their book. That's where all their info is in.
Well, if we can get that to Arzi, perfect.
The only thing is it starts with mountain folk.
Yeah, there's 2 different races in that one. You'd have to scroll through half the book to find the Dragon King section.
That's fine. As long as it has the knowledge I seek, I will take it. Thank you.
Yeah, that has all their technology, all their gear. I'd have to convert that stuff into 3rd edition things, but that's not a problem. I can do that. So feel free to take anything from that book and consider yourself to have it, and I'll help you do it.
And
For like when we're actually making the character, I'll help you have it. Otherwise, like, feel free to do whatever you want with your character. I'm really I will support pretty much anything. Sorry, Tishmi.
Just going to say I'm dropping a Kung Fu book also, The Debris of Fallen Races.
Oh, that's the extra stuff for them.
Yeah.
Oh, opening that as well. Oh. Oh, this is martial arts.
So who's ready to play Gateway?
Gateway is basically chess in this world.
So what is the message that Icewind was given?
Oh, sorry, I got distracted by trying to help. For
Messenger ran away right away after giving it.
Yeah, he booked it. Like, you've never seen one of her messengers act like this. And she just also looks a little bit confused for a moment before her face is just like, oh. And she opens the note. And Nevis, you see her hand start shaking. Like, her whole body starts shaking. It almost looks like she's about to start crying for a moment. Before she just rips the note in half, begins to tear it again and again and again and again. Before throwing the pieces up. That fucking fucker is in my fucking town. She proceeds to go on a rant for then about the
who?
next half minute.
Who precisely?
Sark's just gonna look at everyone, just gonna look at Nevis and be like, I bet it's her dad, isn't it?
No, my cousin.
Oh, so I was close.
His name is Pelops Delid, and he is perhaps the greatest piece of trash that the Dragonbloods have ever created.
Nevis would probably know of him.
Yes, you may make a... Actually, I will let you make a intelligence plus war roll for this. Because of who he is. Or, sorry, wow. I'm still on other Exalted. Wow. Sorry, you may make a war roll for this.
All right. And I'll spend, or I'll use my, whatever that thing's called.
Excellency.
Excellency, yes. By the way, Kerr, you do have a reroll.
Okay.
Not the greatest roll I could have done. Only 3 successes? Oh wait, my hybrid body would also add another. Damn it!
That'll be enough.
Ugh. Oh, is it enough?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
A Lunar not knowing about this guy?
Everyone knows about this guy. Alright, so Pelops Delid, considered to be perhaps the most incompetent or hated Dragonblood by all the other Dragonbloods as well. He is reviled because of what he's like. He is basically... He was a pompous asshole when he was a child. And he was sent to a group of monks to learn discipline and humility. And during that, he developed an unhealthy obsession with the Immaculate Dogma, which is basically what the Dragonblood said is the actual religion for the world. It's called the Immaculate Order. And while trying to teach the boy to be humble and understanding, the head monk tried to teach him a water dragon style kata, which isn't possible for a mortal to do. And it was basically meant to humble him and teach him about failure. What ended up happening, though, is when Delid did the kata, he exalted as a water aspected dragon blood. And he saw himself as basically being blessed by the dragons themselves for his devotion and spiritual perfection. And then as he grew up, he grew to be very good at the martial arts. And whenever anyone had a differing interpretation of what the Immaculate Text said, he would challenge them to a duel. It got so bad, he actually ended up murdering a fellow monk. Basically over the words of a passage that said by the dragons instead of the dragons. He disagreed with them because of the word either being by or the or of.
So we're gonna kill this guy?
They ended up sending him away to the Wild Hunt. And Delid, that was meant to be a punishment to him, and Delid considered that to be a promotion for his skills and piety. And basically everyone now uses it as an excuse because of how fucking assholish and crazy Delid is, that they will use it as an excuse of they will send someone that they hate there, and then once he murders them because they disagreed with him or said that he was wrong about the Immaculate Text, they pull all their support for the Wild Hunt from them so they can have more forces for the coming civil war. And this asshole hasn't even noticed that. And now, apparently, according to her, he is here in town. Apparently, actually
Jaffa says,
writing...
So, murder gets to murder him?
The possibility is there, yes. The possibility is there. I don't like his chances if he actually fought all of you. It would not go well for him.
But you actually have to think. She was calling for any support to hear.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, she got him. I think I want the mercenaries back right now. They would be less dangerous than he would be.
I mean, Ice, when the leadership of the mercenaries is, well, dead, they have no, like, their army's in full collapse. We can just send him away. Just be like, we've got this handled.
He just kind of looks at you, Sark. He doesn't know the meaning of leaving unless he decides it.
Then we make him think it was his idea.
She seems to consider that it's dangerous. He is unstable, to put it lightly. But if he finds out what you all are, I don't want to think about what's going to happen there. I'm just worried if you're going to be able to deal with his ego, because he will not be kind to you.
What if he finds out we're beastmen?
Oh, he'll be able to know that, but no, if he finds out that you are anathema.
I don't know what anathema is, so...
It means, to us, you're demon-possessed and should be killed on sight.
Ah.
Most of my family would have killed you the moment that they saw you use your powers. But if my brother's with you, and after everything that you have done for my city, and for me, actions speak louder than words. I know you are not demon-possessed.
Well, that gives me some assurance.
But my cousin, he will happily kill you on sight.
He can try, but let's not wish for that to happen.
I ask that you don't kill him, because that would cause far more issues within my family if something happened to him.
Don't worry, I won't kill him. Or try.
Believe me, I want to kill him, but killing him would likely set off a possible civil war, one that we can scarcely afford right now.
So, do we want to go meet him?
Sure,
Jaffa
look at
says,
Nevis.
I can't promise that he would survive if he attacked me.
She looks at you, Murder. I'm not sure if your scythe would actually be able to hurt him. Based on what I've seen with it and what you've said, I don't know if that could actually harm him. His ego is that great.
He doesn't believe himself guilty.
Not in the slightest. He thinks he truly believes 100% that he is doing the right and just thing. As as his quote goes, there's no such thing as a disagreement of immaculate interpretation. There's merely the right interpretation and the wrong one. That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, she's gonna look at everyone. Shall we go?
Let.
And you all will start off. And jumping real quick, Cyril, you're going to join up with them as they make their way through the streets.
Alrighty.
But we're going to jump over real quick to Guaco.
Having a fun time playing Gateway and getting some wine in here and
Every distraction I can get. So, brother, I didn't expect you to be out here in the West. Tell me, cousin, not brother, what brings you here? He's already drunk, shit.
Icewind just needed a little bit of help holding down the fort.
I see. I didn't think the family would let you run on such errands.
Well, I'm able to go here and there. As long as the war hasn't started.
No. But frankly, I don't see what the others are thinking. They have more important things to do. Every day, more and more anathema begins showing up, and yet they show no concern for it at all. I feel they keep disregarding the immaculate texts. And no matter how much I try to beat the proper interpretations into them, they still do not listen or heed my words.
It'll take time for them to understand.
We do not have time. Every day that goes by is a risk that creation could fall even more to the depredations of these these anathemical monsters that keep showing up every single day.
And more keep showing up.
Tell me, cousin, why don't you join my wild hunts?
I still need to practice. I'm not as good as you in combat.
This is true, but very few are as good as I am. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's good that you understand your strengths and such. Respectful, even.
And I'm guessing you also heard the call for this port?
Indeed. I got our cousin's message a few weeks in the past, and I immediately set sail in order to assist her. No doubt I was positive.
Oh, Kurt, out of character? What about the infernal that is parading out in town?
He did not see him.
Thankfully.
That's a bit surprising, but okay.
And while we're waiting for Icewind to come back, looks like we'll be playing a game.
Let's roll your war, please.
I'm definitely gonna lose.
You also get to roll your other stat too.
Yes, I did.
Oh
I have
God.
nothing in war.
Oh God. I'm so sorry. He actually has very trained. Oh God.
Uh-huh. It's one of his specialties.
Joke.
And you still. Hang on. He has in there. Oh God, I thought he rolled a 1 there. It's like, did he just die? Did you just draw? But it's not actually the absolute slaughter that you were expecting, Guaco. Like, he still beats you. But, like, you actually give him a decent gain for part of it. I see that your skills have improved. You have been practicing.
I've been trying. You taught me a few things.
Well, it is my duty to teach the newer or weaker members of the family how to properly do things. As at that moment, as he says that, Icewind, Nevis, Cyril, Sark, and Murder all arrive.
Welcome back, Icewind.
Oh, nod. And Delit is going to turn and look at her before looking at Nevis, Murder, Sark, and Cyril, and cock his eyebrow. Cousin, I didn't know that you collected pets.
Sark is just gonna raise his lip just to bare one of his fangs, but he's gonna do it under the cloak because he would have put the cloak up and put the kioth on over his head.
Mm-hmm. I want to see what Murder's reaction is to that, and Cyril's.
Cyril doesn't really have a reaction to that.
Too bad Zim
Joke.
stepped away for a minute.
Yep.
I'm here, sorry. What's going on?
Oh, you guys have just arrived at the office. And Delid has just called you all Icewind's pets.
And she wants us to not instigate things?
Yes, not murder him, please.
Sark's gonna speak up and say, "So now that we've helped you secure and save the town, perhaps maybe you could help us with some stuff. Our own adventure." And I'm really gonna emphasize the fact that we helped save her town.
Icewind opens her mouth to speak to you, Sark, as if to basically say yes, but before she can get a word out, Della just snorts and just like waves a hand dismissively. You are nothing but animals serving your betters. You don't deserve a reward. You simply serve as your betters see fit. That is your place. And that is where the hierarchy of the elemental dragons say you should be at. You should not want for better, animal.
I'm just gonna look around and just see if there are any elemental dragons around. Just be like, doesn't seem to be any elemental dragons here, so I don't seem to give a shit.
You see him slowly reaching for his spear.
The elemental dragons are all around. Everything is created by them.
As my cousin has said, you have just blasphemed against the holy dragon. Give me one reason why I shouldn't take your life, you filthy animal.
Okay. We just saved your sister's town and defeated both armies without having to fight them.
Yes, a fanciful story, I'm sure. Icewind again opens her mouth to speak before he lifts a hand. No, sister, or no, cousin. You do not need to speak for this animal. It obviously likes to parrot words far too much. And when he says that, Icewind looks like she's about to blow freaking gaskets.
Cyril have something to say?
This is really awkward.
That's
Like,
It's supposed to be.
I don't know what to fucking say at this point. I'm just staring at them, like looking back and forth, like,
and this match. But yes, it actually is supposed to be awkward because that's what this freaking guy is.
Think if Timber wasn't nice.
You get
Timber's
that? No, imagine if Timber wasn't nice. This is what you would get.
I mean, Stark's just sitting here, and he's like, he's really not one to take crap from anyone. So I'm thinking he's just going to leave because he knows that if he stays here, yeah, it's not gonna end well.
I mean, that's probably fair.
So he's gonna say, well, whatever your name is, it was a pleasure to meet you. I'll see myself out.
Did I give you permission to leave, animal?
Don't need it, and then I just leave.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Disrespecting.
When you try to leave, a wall of water flows up front of the door.
Out of interest for Icewind and courtesy to them, I have remained silent. However, if you are going to disrupt our activities, I will end you.
Damn, this is why we can't have anything nice, is it?
I am Nevis, King of Conquerors. Gods themselves work for me. If you wish to challenge me, then so be it. Otherwise, I would recommend you see your place and leave us to our designs.
Crap. He had to say the King of Conquerors, conquering against the realm.
oh, dear cousin, is this a joke? This is a fabulous farce. I haven't laughed so hard in years. Did you teach them to say these silly things? Guaco, you know your sister is very good at ice abilities, especially creating weapons of ice. And you get the distinct sense that the air has gotten a little bit colder than it was before.
Staring daggers.
Jaffa says, murder will look to Neves, waiting for the go signal.
Nevis, he's just laughing at you. Like, he just finds this absolutely hilarious that you even think this thing.
Sark, it would be better if you asked for permission to leave.
Sark has no need to ask.
Fighting every single bone in my body because an assassin knows when they need to shut the fuck up and not like start wars, because that's kind of part of being an assassin, is knowing when to put on a show.
Mm-hmm.
Sark is going to look at him and say, well, I'm happy that our performance has pleased you. Our master, Icewind here, has felt that it would be proper to give you a nice a bit of entertainment for his lordship after such a long journey.
At that, he seems to just like kind of relax, and he takes his hand off his spear. A joke, you say? Oh, dear cousin, you didn't have to go to all this trouble for me. But it was quite enjoyable, I must say. I haven't seen such things in, well, years, honestly. Uh, Guaco, only you can see it because of the way she's kind of standing and positioning her body. But you do see her hand just kind of close behind her back, and you see a dagger made of ice form for a second before she just lets it go back into water vapor again before reforming it again. And it's just like her hand moves a little bit like in a little tiny stabbing motion behind her back. And you can just see what is going on behind her eyes of just like she just wants to stab him repeatedly.
And I'm then going to say, if his lordship minds, there are a few things that I must attend to for Her Majesty's realm and kingdom.
Far more respectful, I suppose, yes. And he'll give you just a dismissive wave.
I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go find Swiftpaw.
Okay. What about everybody else?
Is this going to be the perfect opportunity for somebody else to introduce themselves?
There is no response.
What, I feel like he was referring to me.
Yeah.
I thought you were referring to Domino since you used the P word. Oh, darling, even I don't want to be around him.
But here's an interesting thing. He shows up, and then there's no more problems with the town.
Just trying to make sure I get things done right. Yes, I understand I have unlimited freedom with character creation, design, and such. I just want to make sure it's still right.
Mm-hmm.
Stickerhead. Yes.
So does Icewind want to tell him about the two other factions?
Nope. She just kind of look at him. It's like, thank you for coming here, but your services are no longer required. I was able to defeat and drive them off, and they've already fled. A shame. I would have liked to see these heretics for myself, but I suppose I can head back to my boat for right now. I can always sample the city's cuisine and other interests later. And with that, he's just going to just turn and just imperiously walk out of the room. Like, he's not even going to look at Nevis, Murder, or Cyril as he leaves, but he will nod respectfully to you, Guaco.
And I'll bow back to my superior.
And before long, as soon as he's out of earshot and gone, you see just Icewind just form a lance of ice and just stab it into the wall. I fucking hate that piece of shit.
I stayed
Stick in the Mud
silent
has-
as long as I could.
Yeah. That's
At least
Yep.
Old Stick in the Mud is still on our side.
He's useful to the family. That's the only reason I tolerate him.
I think if he was from House Tepid.
He wouldn't be walking out of here alive if he wasn't family.
He wouldn't be on this side of the waves.
He would find a way. He's that stupid. He'll show up where he isn't wanted.
Out of character, this guy is one of the main characters in the story.
Mm-hmm. He's the main water dragon blood in the comics and stuff.
Damn,
He's
all
an
of a
asshole,
sudden,
apparently. Okay.
all of a
Oh,
sudden
yeah.
Mahasuchi's side doesn't really sound too bad anymore.
Oh yeah, no. Everyone hates him. Everyone hates Dylan Pellips. Like, nobody likes him at all. Everyone wants him dead, basically.
We team up with Mahasuchi just to kill this one dude.
Thinking.
Not
At
really. You don't want him dead. That'll start the Civil War. Because everybody will blame everybody else for killing him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be
Also,
like a World War I situation. Fuck.
yeah. Also, too, as long as he's running the Wild Hunt, basically no one wants to give him soldiers because they know he's just going to cripple them and ruin them. So he gets the weakest of the weak, or those who basically have pissed off their bosses and getting sent here as punishment. As long as he's in charge, basically the Wild Hunt is like a shadow of its former self.
Oh, so
it is
he's-
extremely weak.
He's basically he's a debuff to
Mhm.
to the bad shit. Okay.
And
Yeah.
be glad he isn't put on the throne.
Yes, he has no interest in it. But to put it simply, if he died, you would basically have this up to 11. I believe I just improved the quality of our army. By killing them, the entire quality of their forces just went up.
So he's a permanent debuff. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Everyone tolerates him, though, because he gets shit done. Sometimes. But no one likes him. Everyone wants him to die. Like, everyone is hoping an anathema will murder him. But, like, if losing him would be a big deal for House Pelps, to the point where they might actually have to make a first strike against someone else in order to keep them from being wiped out.
Let's see here. Civil War or deal with this guy. Civil War, deal with this guy. That's a tough one.
Yeah, it's not a easy thing here. This guy is just
You know, as long as Sark doesn't have to look at him or deal with him or be within earshot of him, it's fine.
But you also have to understand the teachings are there to help with the corruption of the spirits.
Mhm.
I think I'm a little past that.
That's fair.
Just a bit. Like,
That's fair.
That ship has sailed.
Everything's fine.
Jaffa says, Murder is going to make a concerted effort to ignore this person, paying them no mind and pretending they don't exist. Unless they physically touch Murder.
Then he's dead.
Yes, he has already walked away, though. He has gone back to his ship. Hopefully he will not come back. Everyone is hoping he doesn't come back. Or he trips and falls.
And just happens to crack his head open and die.
No.
Whichever... We don't want the Civil War.
That's gonna, yeah, probably.
If something happens to him, whoever kills him, or wherever he's killed, is going to be a major focal point for everybody.
What if Mahasuchi kills him? Then everyone's against Mahasuchi, which is good anyway.
Yes, but they're also against Mahasuchi, who might be able to actually win.
Except for the soldiers forced into service under Mahasuchi.
Or under the realm, because they will conscript everyone and just throw them into the meat grinder.
I think we should convince Mahasuchi to kill him. Or convince him to go after Mahasuchi, one of the two.
You can try and convince him, but that's like firing a gun and hoping the bullet turns.
What's he fighting anathemas? I'll just tell him that Mahasuchi's like the ultimate anathema, and he's been trying to create more and more anathemas.
Yes, but do you know where he is?
No.
So that's just spreading a ghost story. By an animal like you.
Fair.
And now I'm even speaking like him.
What's happened to you? You were supposed to stop them, not join them. But yes, Iceheart is just going to just kind of shake a little bit and just look absolutely livid. Hopefully he doesn't stay around that long. Usually he's always off gallivanting, doing whatever he wants in the name of the dragons. But as long as he's here, it's going to be dangerous for all of you.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes! Rusk!
Hey, Wolstein.
Hi.
I assume this is a common trend between all games.
The influence.
Who wants to have fun?
I do.
Nothing to worry
Um,
about.
Wostein, I'm gonna need you to send that directly to Kerr, please.
Things could be worse.
What's the worst that can happen?
Meteors falling.
What's the worst that can happen? Quote from the Ebon Dragon.
I think it's coming along fine.
I will approve that. So, hey, Guaco.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a perception roll from you? Awareness, I believe it is.
Got a success.
So, Guaco. While the others are kind of talking about what the hell just went on and this asshole, you through
My
the window.
Banner flares.
No, through the anima or through the window, you see as this guy is walking, you see him walking down the street, and he bumps into Domino. You see him basically spit something out at Domino and try to shove him, and Domino looks none too pleased. As the fair folk just kind of waves his hand, and you watch as Pelops Delid turns into a donkey.
All right.
Guys, Pelps found Domino.
Furry, should I prepare for battle?
Well, that depends. Now that Pelps is an ass.
Really, are you certain? I fail to see the difference from how he was before.
Depends on how long this lasts. Because he has charms, and he can get a wild hunt on Domino.
Sarah glances between the two of them and then just starts slowly, casually drawing his gun.
It doesn't look like anyone really noticed the fact of what happened.
What do you mean, what happened?
What happened to Delid?
Oh.
No one saw Domino turn him into an ass. I'm sorry, cousin. Did you just say Delid? What? Or sorry, brother.
Domino just changed him into a mule.
She pauses and considers that for a moment. She slowly looks over at you, Nevis.
The funny thing is, Domino actually, like, canonically, these influences are brought about by Greaves, actually. But that doesn't mean we know that.
Whoever Greaves is.
Yeah, we haven't met Greaves in this group yet.
But Icewind slowly turns to look at you, Nevis. He's one of yours, yes?
No, Nevis, no, Domino. Domino does what Domino pleases. He is a fair folk.
I was going to send you flowers.
I wish I could take credit for this. But then again, Domino usually only does things like this when he shows up. We haven't seen him yet, and he does not hesitate to make his presence known.
Well, you see, darling, as you say
Jaffa
that,
says,
Domino...
looking at the donkey, Murder will ask lunch anyone.
Unfortunately, we shouldn't eat the donkey. I think he gets off too easily. Quite right, darling. As Domino literally appears in the chair, sitting at the desk, just like leaning back. He was terribly, terribly rude to me. And, well, if you're going to act like an ass, well, I figured he should have the appearance of one. Hello, Nevis. Good to see you, and all of your dear friends. Hello, Cyril.
Nice Midsummer Night's Dream reference.
Greeting. Hello.
When people find out that he's disappeared, they're going to come here.
People
His last
find
known
out.
location.
And what if I just made a simulacrum of him? No one will even notice the difference.
That could work. Until it gets hit by iron.
Well, then that's something for the future. Because I certainly am not turning him back right now. He deserves this punishment. That is, unless one of you would like to trade something for him. She just shakes her head. I'm okay with this. He deserves it.
Sark, you want to trade something for him?
Oh, Sark's not there. Sark is
Yeah, Sark already left.
Ah,
Jaffa says, if I make him a gelding in donkey form, will that carry over?
Yes, it will. Any damage done to the donkey will carry over.
I believe it would be best if we do not cause damage to him as much as I believe, as much as he is deserving of it.
What would you like to do with him then, perhaps?
Furry, how long will this status of his be in effect for?
Until I choose to turn him back.
Request. Do not make such a decision.
He will look over at you, Guaco, at that. He is your cousin, after all.
it would probably be better if he was over in the east dealing with Mahasuchi. That way he doesn't interfere with your affairs, he doesn't interfere with ours.
I could try to send him over there, but that would require quite a lot of my power. Or a deal to be made.
Or simple, we could get a ship to send him over. Right, Icewind?
He will smile at that. I think I can do that. As long as all of you would be okay with shipping off our problem.
As long as he knows about Mahasuchi and about where the location is.
I could likely do something to that accord. Perhaps change his memories. Have him wake up over there, him and his crew.
That
But
sound good, Cyril?
I would require something in exchange, though, for that effort.
Response. Anything regarding this individual does not necessarily sound good. But such decisions to be made with him are of your concern, not mine.
He's less of a threat to me than you guys.
Observation. You seem to know and understand what this individual is most capable of. Therefore, you are most informed to make the correct decision. Though that being said, I hardly back away from a good challenge.
The problem is that I can make the deal, but it won't be as satisfying if I give Domino something as if it was one of you guys who are more antagonistic to him.
Domino will smile. I promise you it will not be too difficult for you. I simply require a favor later.
Clarification. The things that bring me satisfaction are often when I am able to perform my functions adequately. Making some form of bargain is cheating me from such a lovely feeling of purpose.
If you wish to keep him here, then that is perfectly acceptable.
Statement. I believe the others should have their own opinions and weight be brought in on this.
Nevismer?
I honestly don't have any idea out of character what to do with him, aside from that we definitely cannot keep him or anything. That's the only thing I know about this.
Jaffa says, Murder is ignoring this individual unless he touches Murder, or someone says to, broken heart, broken heart, broken heart, him.
I love how anytime his
Answers.
broken heart him.
Icewind, I don't think we need to make a deal. All we need to do is ship him off.
She'll nod. Can he stay and ask though?
That's if you want to make a deal with Domino. As Domino smiles.
She'll shake her head.
Then it's settled. We'll ship him off, and as soon as he gets far enough from Domino, his power will fade.
Hopefully. But she'll nod. And she will begin to go about setting up getting him the fuck out of there.
Now, my question for the group is, which way do we want to head? I could take us to the Heart Eater.
Hopefully they will be safe. People will be safe from them for at least a few days. I would rather make sure that Mahasuchi's army does not double back as soon as we leave. I would say build things up here for a few days, and then we can head out after the Heart Taker.
Work.
Query: how are the defenses of the city?
It's gonna need some rebuilding still. There's some damage and such.
Recommendation: I could potentially assist with maintaining defenses.
That would be a good way for him to be here and to step out from this session for right now. Stays behind here in order to help out with Icewind and getting the city back up operational.
Yeah, that was kind of yeah, that was kind of the idea.
And also, if you can ever come back, then you can rejoin.
Well, we just have to make sure first to raid Pelps's boat. Because someone as noble as him wouldn't have come here quietly in something less gaudy than him.
All right,
Sounds
what's
fun.
on the boat?
Great fun! Right, Boo?
Ah,
Hey, Wolfstein.
Wolstein, please send that to Kerr and again.
Yep, I'll approve that. I was already planning on something like that. Yes. Do you guys have an idea then of what you're going to do then? Based on it seems like everyone is okay with Nevis's plan.
Affirmative.
Mm-hmm.
Sark, you would be able to get to the boat, and it does look like Swiftpaw's there. He's tinkering away within the factory cathedral.
I'm going to ask him how progress is.
It's still gonna take me a while, but we're getting everything back up and operational.
What exactly do you need?
Just fixing stuff up. That's all. Most of the stuff hasn't been used in centuries. So it's just making sure everything's working, nothing's gonna blow up. That's all.
Good. Keep at it.
Yep. I hopefully will have something to show for it soon.
Great.
Is everything okay?
Well, we just met an asshole
Okay.
Say the name.
named Tareen, or I'll give him the name.
Oh. Oh. At least he didn't try to kill you.
I mean, he tried, but I don't think he realized that that's already been tried.
Fair.
And with that, I'll after checking on him, I'll just head back to the I guess head back to Icewind.
Okay. And I think this is a good endpoint for right now. It's almost 1 o'clock, and we're going to be ready to set off on our next adventure next week. And we are also going to be able to introduce our new character.
We.
Way.
Okay.
Quack, squee, ree. Rawr.
Do 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 do
Way.
do 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 do
See,
do
chocobos
do
are
do.
adorable.
And let's not forget. Wah.
So,
No.
Kurt, did we win that? Did we win that war? Like, without even having to fight?
You guys did fight a little bit, but you
Yeah,
took
we
out the
killed some
general.
people.
Hell yeah! Good work, team. We did it.
And I will
Technically-
say, it's a good thing Azurith wasn't here when Helps was here.
Technically,
I
also,
bet.
the war is still ongoing. We still have the major factions to deal with. We just liberated a single town.
Either way, it's a victory in my book.
Yes. Victory screech! Woo!
And here's the question. Who's fulfilling their major virtues?
I think everyone's been following their virtues pretty well, honestly.
Unfortunately, my loyalty to a Tochathon doesn't come up much. So I have to focus more on the minor virtues of, I want to see things die.
I mean, I got to cut someone's head off. I'm pretty
That's
happy
it.
with that.
Everyone died. Oh, hang on a second. Hello?
Welcome back.
Okay, sorry.
Hello.
It was all going robot-y and nutsy for me.
I think I chose an overambitious one for Exalted. Unite the houses under House Pelps.
No, I think that's good. That's good.
I mean, Nevis wants to take over all of
Creation.
yeah,
The West.
well, unite it all.
I just want to kill the fuckers that tried to kill me and then totally not build an army of autonomous robots and recreate the Necrons.
Yeah, one of my friends who played this, she was in basically every Exalted game I ran, and her goal was always to wipe out all slavery throughout all of creation. So yeah, no, go with the big, grand, epic things. Those are great.
That's exactly what Exalted should do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Toshime, what did you like? What is something that could be improved?
I liked how we dealt with Pelps, and I need to update some of my stats from the XP that we have. That's what needs to be improved.
Sark, something you liked, something that could be improved from this session.
I like how every single person that we meet is like calls us animals, and it gives us a chance to be jackasses.
That is how people see beastfolk creation.
And we haven't even made it to a major town yet.
Mm-mm. This is the biggest town you've made it to.
Nevis is gonna have a field day with it.
You may be going to one next session, possibly.
But something to that you think could be improved with the group as a whole or session as a whole, Sark? For those that didn't hear it earlier, we're doing this now. I like it. It's something Rygon does at the end of every session, and I like it. So we're going to do it.
I'm gonna be real, I don't have anything off the top of my head.
That is fair. Cyril!
More story-wise stuff for you?
So something I like some of the kind of pushes and for choices and decisions that were made. Thing ethereal influence coming in clutch here. Something that can probably be improved upon, and this actually applies to some other instances that I've seen as well. Just because something is supposed to be awkward or uncomfortable or bad doesn't necessarily mean it's a good inclusion.
Okay.
Like I feel like this is the second or third time we've come across something that's like uncomfortable and we're just like not even remotely sure how to deal with it.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be honest, that it's just it's not as fun. It's awkward. It's just it's not something that I don't know, like doesn't necessarily feel like like I don't know if there's a way that it can be done better. Because, like, I guess, like, it's not like that doesn't have. It's not like that stuff kind of thing doesn't have a place. But I don't know. It just kind of feels like it's detracting from the game, at least for me, when
Mhm.
those instances come up, and then it's just like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna sit here and twiddle my fingers while I like awkwardly do not know what to do.
Okay.
It's gonna be interesting when Nevis meets the Bull of the North.
Oh boy.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, just but that's really just the main thing I guess I would want to leave with is just because something is supposed to be one way or another doesn't necessarily mean its inclusion is good or fun for the group. Um, just make sure you're considering that. Just like, will they enjoy this? And if they don't, does it serve a important or functional purpose?
Okay.
Yeah, that's my note.
And murder. And while we wait for the card to come oh.
Jaffa says, I like that we got to put an broken heart in his place. I kinda wish I had murdered him.
Yeah, but murder comes through okay.
And something to improve? I'll also say it's really nice having these little after-session talks. Instead of just being like, well, fuck you guys, I'm out.
Is that
Jaffa
so?
says,
You
that
like
was the
this?
something to improve. I wish I had murdered him.
Ah, fair enough.
And on that note, fuck you guys, I'm out.
I'm
All right,
sorry. That was funny.
Azareth, something you liked, something to improve.
I knew you were gonna do this. So, something I liked. Everything, just about everything was funny, and I enjoyed it. Something to be improved. Can we have more assholes, please?
Yes.
I want to
Yes, you
hate people
can.
more. I want
If
to
you-
be able to hate people more.
Yes.
Also,
you
but
can.
give us assholes that we can punch, please.
I mean, you could
I
have
want to punch one.
like
No,
Seth-
I want one where it's fully justifiable for me to punch one.
Yeah,
And not one that not this guy that's like, if I punch him, it's gonna be inconvenient. He's family to someone. Like, there's so many reasons why I'm pulling this punch. I want
mean-
someone who I can just be like, yes, you are asshole, and punching you will be difficult, but I will still punch you.
I mean, to be fair, you guys could probably just march on the realm and go, "Hey, everyone, your civil war is over. We're taking over now. If you're not happy about it, well, please send your complaints to your new ruler's desk."
See, but that's the thing, though. Like, you need to make an asshole that's reasonably punchable, but also reasonably punchable from our perspective, because we're somewhat well-adjusted, somewhat. I like to think.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, I think good stories have assholes in them. That like, oh my god, I hate this person.
Oh, I agree. I agree. As a writer, I 100% agree with that.
On that note, I'll also say that, you know, assholes that you're not sure if they're really that bad. Yeah, ones with redeeming qualities can be more interesting.
Sure.
This is also true. Really just depends like on the characters and such.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Unfortunately, everyone, that will actually be it for tonight's stream as a whole. But thank you so much for joining us today for Ebon Sales Exalted. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. It's one of the... you can... Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things and more. They're on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue bringing these streams to you all. I really cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the channel around. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.